Guys, to do the gooner. You guys know how much I love Arsenal. You guys know how much I love football, not just Arsenal. I mean, it's clear how much I love Arsenal. It's in the bloody name. You guys know I'm pretty objective. Of course, there's going to be a majority of Arsenal videos, but there's football videos about just about anything, really. Just about anything I damn well please has been put out there. Anything I please in the future will be out there. Now, because of this, because I'm not shouting and acting like a twat, some Spurs fans follow me. Shout out to the Spurs fans, man. I mean, it can't be easy. I know I'm an Arsenal fan talking about Spurs. We're supposed to hate each other. It shouldn't be going on and things like that. But they've asked me, well, a couple of fans have asked me to talk about their transfer policy and a couple brief feelings in general. So here it goes. Firstly, we know for the last 2 years Spurs have been the only side capable of catching the team that's top. That's been a fact, and if you go by the media, it's shown. Pochettino's doing his thing. Players, he spent less of a budget than all the others. He's got very much homegrown players. He's inspired players for less than the price tag. Dele Alli 5 million. Kane, you might as well say free because his career could have went either way. Pochettino brought him in from the wilderness. Walker obviously wasn't a thingy signing, a Spurs signing, and he was a fairly established player prior to Poch, but he's taken him up a level, as is he Danny Rose. He's got an established back four. I mean, Toby didn't cost that great amount of money, neither did Vertonghen. Loris was a good move. Well, these were before him, but yeah, either way, Spurs have assembled a very good side, and they had all the stats defensively, offensively, goal scoring wise last year. They did a lot of stuff. Just unfortunate they couldn't have got some silverware, but Spurs were real good, undefeated from home. It's all about the next push. The last 2 years they've come close, second and third. If you count the season they came third, we could say they're second because we really got lucky with that. So yeah, we could really say they're just a couple more because they've got Kane, who's season in and season out shown he's going to score 20 plus, 20 on a bad season. You've got Dele, who's going strength to strength. They've got Son, who's come to the fray. Eriksen's gone up a level. A couple other guys here and there that can stand up to be counted. But if you're really a Spurs fan, firstly you want to see someone else to complement them, whether it's a player who's dynamic, who can get them out of the seats, or it's a very world-class player. I know Spurs are dying for that world-class player. I'm not to big up Arsenal, nothing. Alexis Sanchez is going to be gone, but we've got Alexis. City can point to Kun. Chelsea can point to Hazard. United previously had, obviously they had Thingy, Zlatan. They've got Pogba and all these sort of guys now. Spurs are probably looking for that because the pallbearer is Kane, but Kane and Daly need help because if they're not at it, Spurs are going to have to find another way. And last year they did have a lot of people, to be fair to them, that stood up to be counted, but that's not always going to be the case. Now, yeah, mainly Spurs fans just really want some other people that can complement the sides, in my opinion, complement the side, add some quality and take the what's the word? Take the bearing off Kane and Dele to deliver 24/7. Yes, they have to deliver, but if it feels that if it's not Spurs, if it's not one of them two, the pressure is on them two. Because if they don't turn up, more than likely they're not going to win the game or whatever. So you need other players. Now Pochettino has played down the spending. I mean, Spurs, not just Pochettino. Pochettino don't really like spending like that. He hasn't spoke about being a checkbook manager and want to buy this and that. He's shown he can get players for nothing and make them good. Look how he's getting very good results out of Dyer, or he was. But he sounded less bullish. They've sounded Levy less bullish. I don't know what it is. I know there's a stadium thing, but something is clearly going on behind the scenes because they've played down the spending. They keep reiterating the young players, the young players, the young players, the young players. It's true, Spurs give chances. So the likes of Edwards, who I think signed a new deal recently, Oakley Booth, who's young but he's on pre-season. Keziah Sterling, who's getting in a lookout. They've got a lot. Cameron Carter-Vickers, Kyle Walker-Peters. There's a couple Spurs guys here and there, and there's a crop. Of course, not every youngster can make it at Spurs or any club, but even if you could have one or two from that group, I mean, they're pretty damn good. So yeah, they're looking to the academy. Again, I don't want to talk about the stadium because, of course, you could say it might be like Arsenal. They have to tighten the spending, and when you consider Spurs got a real good deal for 50 million on Walker, and it remains to be seen if they're going to invest that money into something else on top of the already set aside transfer policy budget. We don't know. Now, you've seen rumours that I think he was an Argentinian foresight or something. I can't say his name. Under 20 Argentinian international, played at the Under 20 World Cup. Spurs were allegedly meant to sign him. I think PSG, reports say PSG are in for him. I don't know if true. But apparently Spurs have been priced out, and it was allegedly something like 8 to 10 million. If he deems him expensive, he deems him expensive. But this is what goes into my previous video about something is going down, and we really don't know. In regards to specific positions, I would say firstly, the bench. Spurs don't really have, they have quality players, but they don't really have that quality on the bench in regards to, let's say, if I had my way, I'm not to gas up these two players, but Theo and Giroud. Giroud gets his double figures. Theo got 19. they would be pretty good players to take off Arsenal's bench. I don't know where they start, but if Spurs don't have players to be able to call up on that of that nature off the bench, like the other sides are blessed with wealth collectively throughout the side. Spurs are doing they've done a very good job of making sure no one's injured. Because if they had Arsenal's medical staff and they were reliant on Kane and Dele and these players like they are, I don't know what would have happened. But yeah, you'd think that if it's me personally, I'd say a right back. Not because Trippier's been bad. He's waited his time. He's took his chance. But whether it's someone to push him, I know Walker Peters is there, or just someone better than Trippier. But Trippier has done his thing, and that's not really a cause for concern. I say a centre half. I believe in Dyer. I'd love to see Dyer play there. I believe that's where he is long term. But he seems to be preferred in the middle, in my opinion, at present. Yeah, you could point to him as an option, but yeah, he preferred in midfield. Vima's okay, but I don't really think much of him. And I just think they need real quality to maybe not necessarily better than the two Belgians they have, but to push them, to constantly make them turn up. And I mean, you can just say no to that. He's rumoured that he's in talks for that. So who knows in regards to that? Yeah, so that's a right back. There's a centre half. I'd say a midfielder to add some creativity to their side. I know they've got Eriksen and things like that, but I do think a creative midfielder could do something, work wonders for Spurs. I'd say another thing, mainly I don't know if it makes sense to guys, but the Hernandez, the Chigaritos, the people you can bring off the bench, I'd say they need a striker in that regards, because Janssen works hard, he grinds, he just hasn't got that in him. So I'd say that, because that's a fantastic option to have. So that's a centre mid, right back, centre half, a midfielder, and a right winger. Similar to Arsenal, we need one. Like direct wingers are a dying art. We need people that get people out of their seats and things of that nature. If I had to be real picky, and I say, of course, you can name for not just Spurs. We need a couple positions: centre half, centre mid, striker, winger, all of this. But if you just have to bet your heart on it and say certain positions, I'd say Spurs really just a winger, maybe a centre mid, but really just a winger. That winger of real quality, whether it's someone that's world class that's being forced out of a club, or it's someone that just quality and can supplement the side, they really do need that. Spurs have been real quiet in regards to other clubs. It's almost August and they haven't done anything. I did a bit of research and they do tend to do their deals late August and things like that. I mean, Loris, Sissoko, Lamena, Dempsey, I know there's nothing to write home about. Son and Kudu, I believe, all done in August. So Spurs know what I don't want to say know what they're doing, because they don't accept. We don't know what any of these board members are doing at any club. But I'd like to think he has a plan. Pochettino, someone I rate highly, has also said, "Don't worry, I know who I want to sign." So you've got to trust him on that, and everything's up for air. And if you want to criticize him when the transfer window's closed, then fair enough. But we have to Spurs fans just have to just let him do his thing. Like I said, a winger, I'd probably just say if I could have two positions, a winger and a creative centre mid, to push those already and add some creativity into the side. Because Dembele, I've made a video, stats don't do him justice. Wanyama, that's not his forte. Eriksen, of course, he's there. But yeah, just a midfielder and a winger. And amongst the other, if I had two choices. But yeah, guys, Diluted the Goon, I'm signing out. For the Spurs fans that wanted this, I hope I've given you guys some quality. Yeah. Do you agree? Do you disagree? It's all football, it's all opinions. There's no right or wrongs. Guys, I'm signing out. Thank you for watching.